Bitcoin, Ethereum. Wow, what a crazy ride. Bitcoin pumped all the way to $34,000. And Ethereum, it pumped all the way to $12,000 and is now dumping. And this has created an interesting dynamic as the Bitcoin Dominance has actually destroyed Bitcoin, and now the altcoins are back. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm here joined with Inti Campos.
Good morning, people. How are you today?
Wow, what a crazy New Year's weekend that was. Absolutely insane, non-stop action. It was just incredible, man. Oh my goodness. Were you paying attention to the price action, Inti, through that whole weekend?
Yes, I did. I mean, dude, the volatility was out of this world. I mean, that was really hard to trade. Come on. And being so close to the top, I mean, not knowing exactly where the top is, but okay, we got over 30K. It's coming any moment.
Yes, exactly. It just felt like it. Even last week, right, when I was calling it, right, I was like, hey, you know what? Could go higher, but man, it's only 10% more. And do you really want to do you want to be playing around with that last bit? And yeah, you can see that we crashed back down even lower than the price that I called the hey, you know what? This might be near the end, right? So we're gonna talk about that. And if you're interested in that, right, you're interested in knowing where I could see the tops, or close to it at least, right? You need to hit the like, you need to hit the subscribe, and to join the party. And also, if you want to trade it, you can trade it using Bybit links and my Femex links, and also BTC Mex links. Links are in the description below, and you help the channel, and if you help yourself, if you own some DJ15 tokens. So yeah, definitely get some of those before we sell them all out, and then you're gonna have to you're not gonna be able to get into this group, right? And you might have to pay a little bit of higher premium to get into the group and watch this show live by owning your DJ15 tokens. All right, let's head over to the charts. But before we do so, Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes. As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
Alrighty. So let's just start off with the Bitcoin chart. You can see, wow, we just dumped right back to 13 MA and like clockwork, bounced off of it. Now the question will be, what's going to be the future of this move? Are we going to continue going further down? Maybe retest the 23,000 level, or are we gonna? This was just hey, you know what? A quick fake out and pump higher. Yeah, we could go down to the lower time frames, but I can tell you, I think Bitcoin is definitely in a bullish stance, and with going down to the hourly, you can see this candle here is a positive one. It's gonna be a little difficult to trade. You're gonna have to go down to lower time frames. If this candle, we're gonna have to wait until the full hour completes to see what happens with this candle, and then also actually probably wait another hour to see if this is going to continue going higher. So it's gonna be a difficult trade. You could always go down to further lower time frames in order to get this thing. Figure this thing out. Exactly, it looks like on a lower time frame in the 15-minute, right, you see that the candles, the reversal candles here, these candles are reversal candles, right, kind of like railroad tracks here, there you can see, and then obviously we're broken higher. So this is definitely, looks like we're definitely going to break above the 13 MA, go back higher, maybe touch this trend line, right? You can see that it was kind of a support line for the 15 minutes. So I really think that we're probably going to retest this trend line and then decide what it wants to do, if it's going to roll over or continue going higher. Time will tell. I would suggest you wait for some sort of Emming not Emming pattern, or Emming or a W pattern actually, to give us any kind of sense of direction. But I wouldn't go short here. I think it's too late for a short. You should have had the short way back up here. But now that that short is gone, you need to look for like opportunities for long in this space here. All right. Well, with Bitcoin dumping, Ethereum pumping heavily, right? Oh wow, Ethereum. Wow. I woke up in the middle of the night and saw this nonsense. I was like, what the heck? Did the world come to an end? I was like, did everybody at once realize that Ethereum and Bitcoin are it? I'm like, what the heck is going on? And we saw prices like in the stratosphere for Ethereum, and yeah, now it's reversing. I remember I was telling people, right, once this happened right here, right, we backed off of this trend line and then broke through. I was like, okay, yeah, this thing's not gonna respect the 38.2, and it didn't. Here, let me just bring that up actually. Wait, it's on this chart actually. Let me go to the weekly, scroll out. Look where the 61 point, sorry, not the 38.2, 61.8. It did not even like look at it. Did not even like pause at the 61.8. No, it just went straight through it. And I told everybody in our group that exactly that. That, hey, you know what? I really don't think Ethereum is going to respect the 61.8 as a resistance at this point now. And it was like, what? 68 point what? And just went straight through it like a hot butter through knife. A knife through
hot butter through knife?
Exactly, hot butter through knife.
Man, that's my kill for butter.
Like a knife through a hot butter. That's right. I'm like, okay, it's early for me this morning, guys. Right, and so yeah, there you go. And it even went up to 78.6, and before it actually decided to get rejected from that. Alrighty, so let's hang on a second. Let me just move this out of the way. Oops. Let me just move this here a little bit so that you guys can see, and my head's out of the way. There you go. Alrighty, and then let's scroll down to the lower time frames, the daily. And let's take a look at what else this thing's going to do now that it's topped out and is rolling back. We can see that the 13 EMA is acting as resistance on the 15-minute. This thing is tired. It's going to roll down lower. Like most likely, we're going to probably retest the lower trend line that we tested and bounced off. We actually backtest that trend line. Wow, could have swore we did not. Probably looking at the wrong chart, but it was actually this. Yeah, there was a different trend line here, and yeah, it did get backtested. And so we're probably, if I bring up the other chart here, hang on. That's it. There it is. We're probably coming back all the way to the 800 level-ish area before you start to see another move higher on Ethereum. But Ethereum, wow, what did it do, man? It really, really, really kicked butt, and it caused, oh my God, like it was Darth Vader basically to the altcoin, to the Bitcoin maxis, right? It was like those Bitcoin maxis are hiding out in the Hearth system. We're going after them, and man, they just pummeled them, pummeled the Bitcoin maxis as it took the whole alt valuation, or what's it called, market cap. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. Market cap, the whole alt market cap, and just brought it all with it. Like, yeah, you're all coming with me. Why is that? Why did this happen with Ethereum? Can you guess why? I can tell you why. Is because, well, let's take a look at my token. Look, my token is priced in Ethereum. So if Ethereum goes up, right, my token automatically goes up as well. So every single token most tokens in the Ethereum network, right, or in the Ethereum verse, is now priced in Ethereum, not Bitcoin anymore. And so if Ethereum goes up, the whole market cap of altcoins also go up as well. So yeah, it's an interesting dynamic that now has caused Bitcoin to dominance to collapse heavily, right, in the face of Ethereum's overpowering behavior. Unbelievable. I'm really happy to see that. Yesterday, you know what? Yesterday during the morning, I was looking at this. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, we're getting crushed, getting crushed. And then by the evening time, boom, boom. They just came out in full force. The altcoins. Now, this is the beginning. I think this is the very beginning. I think Ethereum is the first of many to pump heavily, and is not going to be the last. Right. This is the first guy. Right. This is where the billionaires. Right. They were like, okay, you know what? I'm getting tired of like pumping up Bitcoin. What else can I buy? I'm looking around like, whoa, look at that. I like that. And I have to admit, right, the dynamic of the whole market structure has changed, right? When I was like looking at Ethereum and taking, what's it called, doing TA on Ethereum, I felt, what the heck's going on here? It kept like ripping me to shreds, right? And then I realized what's going on now. The whole market structure has changed so that it's trying to trick you into giving up your Bitcoin or giving up your Ethereum, right? To the billionaires, and I can see now. I see it. It's all clear because a lot of the bullish action that's occurred both in Ethereum and in Bitcoin have been um, what's it called, bearish patterns and stuff like that. Like we've seen like the diamond pattern that was here, and then it took off. Diamond patterns are basically bearish. We saw this wedge pattern, right, and it took off. This rising wedge pattern right here. This was also bearish, and it took off. And so we have to say, okay, well, since Bitcoin is the rising wedge, I can show you guys the rising wedge, but yeah, we have to say that, okay, wait a second here. If Bitcoin is if Bitcoin is doing this, right, is now doing all these patterns. Why is it doing these patterns like this, where it's hey, you know what? I'm going to trick you into thinking we're bearish, but then actually go bullish. It's because the billionaires have to get you to sell your Bitcoin. That's the only way they can buy. They can't buy from the miners. There's enough from the miners. So the only people that can buy it from is you. So now the dynamic is on both Bitcoin, Ethereum, and probably in the future all the other different alts. We're going to see a lot of bearish patterns come out only to convince you to sell your coins. And so we need to like ignore them, ignore the hate and ignore the bears, and move forward with buying Bitcoin and look for patterns that are going to break out patterns and trade them in the upwards directions once they break out in the upwards direction, because clearly that is the dynamic, and that's what we're going to be looking for moving forward. And I'm glad that I've noticed that, because then you know what, this means that we're going to see some beautiful trades in the upwards direction and from now on. And I for one am looking forward to that. Alrighty, so with that said, I'm going to be heading off to the question and answer period for my subscribers, both my Pandora's Wallet subscribers and my DJ15 token subscribers. Inti, do they have a couple questions in there ready to go?
Yes, they do. Okay, so let's start with a question.
Wait a second. Before we get on to the questions, right? Because like we have to close off the show. Remember, we have to close off the show.
Oh,
So
sorry.
before we, so if you want to join the this elite group, right? All you have to do is purchase uh, $5. Now it's a little bit more than $5. It's the price has gone up, so 0.05 of a DJ15 token, or you can head over to www.pandoraswallet.com and you could purchase the Pandora's wallet, right, for 75% off right now. This sale is going on it's going to continue going on for the rest of the week, right, just to celebrate Bitcoin's pump, and also the altcoins are back. All right, so with that said, well, remember, guys, Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay. Man, you need to be a part of it. Thank you. Bye now.
Bye.